Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be tackling r/facepalm, and I'm glad that you're here. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed. I would very much appreciate it. So let's just jump right into the content for today. And if you're wondering why I'm set up like this, I fell down the stairs on last Saturday. I'm filming several all at once, so that's why I'm set up like this. And yeah, I sprained my ankle, and it really hurts. So yeah. So first, again, if you didn't already know, I was a 7th grade teacher. I taught 4th grade and 6th grade also. So we're starting off with a teacher. So I feel like I can comment on this. I also substituted a good bit after I quit teaching. So I feel like I can comment on this. So let's read what this says. 8th grade teacher defends herself after getting fired for giving students zeros for not submitting homework. All right, so she says that she refused to let her students off easy for not completing an assignment they were supposed to and was wrongfully punished for it in the end. And let's see. I don't know if this is her writing. I have been fired for refusing to give you a 50% for not handing anything in. Okay. A middle school teacher was promptly let go after she was told by school administrators that she failed to follow the school guideline when it came to grading her students. Okay, so yeah, school guidelines are different everywhere you go. However, I will applaud this teacher because okay, I would give my students zeros if they did not turn their assignments in. Absolutely. 100%. Give your students zeros if they don't turn their homework in. Or they don't turn their classwork in. Because 9 times out of 10, I didn't give a lot of homework. Or I would give them homework, and then I would give them time in class to do it. Because I also knew that they also, had a good bit of stuff to do after class. So yes, I believe in giving zeros to students. But I also know that teachers have a lot of pressure from above to and I'm just going to say it, to pass their kids, even if they don't deserve to be passed. And that's really sad because some kids will take advantage of teachers because it's sad to say that a lot of kids know that is the case, that they will be passed regardless. So they won't do anything for their teachers because they know that they're going to be passed regardless. I think the pendulum needs to swing back from, this extreme of no, we need to hold the teachers responsible for everything to no, children need to be held responsible for what they need to be held responsible for, and teachers need to be held responsible for what they need to be held responsible for. It is a 2-person relationship here. It's not just a 1-person relationship here. with teaching. Um, okay, but going back to what I would do, um, periodically throughout the 9 weeks, whenever, because inevitably I would come to a point where, or there would be a time when we would just have a day where I would have my kids and I couldn't teach that day because there had been like some kind of big hoopla that day because of a, I usually knew these days were coming far in advance, like there was some kind of something going on earlier in that day, and I knew that I would have like my first period and my second period later that day, or my third or my fourth period later in that day. And I would be like, all right, cool. So I'm going to give them an opportunity. I'm going to print off their grades and the assignments that they're missing, and I'm going to give them an opportunity to turn in their missing work. And what they do with that opportunity is not my responsibility because I'm giving them this chance. They were given that chance at least 3 times a 9 weeks. So by the time that the end of that 9 weeks came, there was not a lot that I could do by that time because I gave them multiple chances. Sad to say though, that as with this teacher, the guidelines were that I had to give failing students at least a 50 by the end of the 9 weeks, which was crazy because I would have kids who would have they wouldn't have straight zeros because, they would have tried at some point in the year, but they would have given up. But they had teen grades, like in the teens. So it was sad, but what can you do? I mean, I gave them every opportunity. But it's really sad to see that this is still going on in 2023, and I have not been teaching for 5 years. So this has been going on for quite a while. And I was doing this when I first started teaching, and I taught for 10 years. So really, yeah, it's going on a lot longer before that. All right. Ivanka Trump tweeted, I cannot believe that Theodore is 8 months old. Happy birthday, little teddy bear. Someone replied, this isn't how birthdays work. No, it really isn't. Your birthday comes around once a year. Though there are those very strange people, and I still don't know how those people do that celebrate half birthdays, every 6 months. But even with that, child's 8 months old, you missed his half birthday. So I don't understand her tweet here. Moving on. A Missouri lawmaker defended child marriage, saying kids he knows who got married at 12 are still married. Side eye. Republican Missouri State Senator Mike Moon speaks in his Capitol office on February the 1st, 2022, in Jefferson County, Missouri. David children at the age of 12 aren't developed enough mentally to be making the decision to get married, much less a lot of the decisions that we say, oh, they're old enough to make that decision. No, they need their parents to make that decision for them. And even then, I would question a lot of the decisions that parents make for their kids, but that's another debate in and of itself that I don't want to get into. Breaking news, televangelist Kenneth Copeland, whose net worth is, oh my gosh, $760 million, pays zero taxes on the 18,000 square foot Texas mansion God told him to build, since he declares it a clergy residence. His fleet of private jets are located at a nearby airport. Is Kenneth Copeland a false prophet? Okay, so I've seen a lot of cringy Kenneth Copeland content. He is extremely cringy. I don't subscribe to the prosperity gospel that, you know, if you just pay more money in taxes that God will bless you. I don't believe that. The Bible doesn't say that anywhere. Matter of fact, it says that God will test everybody, or, you know, that you will be tested beyond what you understand. Jesus says that in the Bible. You know, if you want to believe that, because I do believe that everybody can believe what they want to believe within, you know, within what they want to believe. But I also believe that people like this are why a lot of people don't trust religious people, Christian people in particular, because they see people like this that are taking advantage of others and using religion as a cover, as a shield, as a do what I say and not what I do type of mentality, and then doing slimy things. And they say, well, then everybody who is that religion must be like that. And it's not true. I am a Christian. And, you know, many of us are just regular, everyday people who have struggles of our own. And we are just like most everyday people who have struggles of their own. And, you know, I've had, you know, religious crises. You know, I just went through one not terribly long ago when I was diagnosed with bipolar. And, you know, I was like, God, why are you putting me through this? Why would you do this to me? You know, and I still struggle with that, you know, with my mental health. I'm like, I just, sometimes I'm just like, I just don't understand. But I do believe that there's a purpose and a plan. But I don't trust things like this. And I believe that people like this are why people like me, you know, and other good Christians get a bad rap. All right. Ex-soldier raids animal shelter with an assault rifle in full tactical gear to get a cat back. He launched a one-man raid on an animal shelter after believing that his missing cat was being held at the facility. Can you say overkill? I mean, I think, no, I know that that's going just a lot too far. Like, high key, I mean, like, dude probably got some charges for that. Like, even, I hate saying like, I'm saying like too much. Even if his cat was there, which we don't know, why couldn't he have just gone into the shelter, checked, and if it was his cat, communicate? That's why we have language, so that we can communicate with one another. I don't get it. Oh, this woman. Love her. Not in that way. She's very interesting. Elizabeth Holmes purchased a one-way flight to Mexico. Flight to Mexico was a bold move, judge says, in ruling that denied her request to remain free on bail. A judge rejected a request by the Theranos founder, Elizabeth Holmes, to remain free on bail. Okay, so let me get this straight. She wanted to remain free on bail. He denied it, but then she ran. Is that what happened? I'm not, again, I don't read the news. Like, I get my news like secondhand generally, maybe even third hand, quite honestly. So like, I have not even seen, this is like out of my stratosphere. Like, I've not even seen this. So her running is definitely not going to look good in her case. I wonder where she went. Did she go? Because depending on where she went in Mexico, she could definitely not be extradited back to the United States. I wonder if she was that smart to look ahead. Footballer. I'm not even going to try because I will butcher this person's name. Hakimi. I'm pretty sure I got his last name, though. Wife filed for divorce and demanded half of his property. She was, however, informed by the court that her millionaire husband owns nothing at all of his property, and his property is registered under his mother's name. Hakimi received £1 million from PSG monthly. About 80% of this is deposited in his mother, Miss Fatima's, account. He has no property, cars, houses, jewelry, or even clothes in his name. Anytime he wants anything, he has to ask his mother, who buys it for him. Oh my goodness. That is hilarious. So, is she going to get nothing? Like, is that how that's going to work? Because everything's in his mother's name, or would she sue the mom? Like, because I don't know anything about, I don't know. Ooh, that's spicy. Ooh, that is so spicy. Adele says her new album will explain her divorce to her young son. Somebody commented, "Mom, why do I only see Dad on weekends?" Track number 5. Oh, no. No. Oh, that is harsh. That is harsh. Ew. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know about that. Mm. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Would I rather? Because the song would live forever, basically. Would I rather just hear? I think I'd just rather have a talk with my mom than have her write a song about it and it basically just live on forever. I don't. Ooh. How anti-immigration policies are leading prisons to lease convicts as field laborers. Somebody commented, "This is called slavery. You lease property, not people, and when people are property, they are slaves." It's very true. It's very true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not saying that what the prison that what the prisons are doing is not helpful, because it is. But how they're doing it is not good. They really need to rethink that. Like, badly. Goodness gracious. Alright. Officers kill man with no active warrants at the wrong house? How? How would you... Okay, somebody commented, no active warrants is an odd yet intentionally malice way of saying innocent man. Yeah, no. Yeah. But like... I don't know. I mean, I guess I could see it escalating to that point. I mean, especially with the last several years, but I don't know. How could you not at least check to make sure you were at the right house? All right. We have a Facebook post. Flat Earth Moms. I am rolling my eyes already. Hey friends, any suggestions for a science curriculum for 3rd grade? With a little bit of everything, not too heavy on the solar system, or if so, how do you go about teaching truth to your little ones when those pages come up? I'm wanting hands-on activities included. My daughter loves animals and nature. Move along if you don't see truth in flat earth, and know the ins and outs are not up for discussion. I'm speaking purely for curriculum discussion if you want to find a flat earth group. Oh my goodness. Okay, so obviously she's homeschooling. My question is, if you believe the earth is flat and you're trying to teach your 3rd grader about the solar system, what about the other planets and the moon and the sun, for that matter? What shape are those? Because I'm a little confused. I've never really looked into the flat earth theory, but I mean, I'd be just a little weirded out about that. I mean, how... I don't... When we talk about truth, I don't know. I mean, I taught science to 4th graders, and yeah, they really liked solar system and learning about that. So I can imagine third graders are, yeah. And that's our last post. So if you liked it, give me a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. You have a good day. Bye.